We are back for another episode. Did you guys miss me? Foodie gang, gang, gang. But you're tuned in to Kitchen Talk with Chefbigbank, Season 3, Episode 65. So, it's our Thanksgiving marathon, and we have a lot of episodes back to back to back. But on your way in, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. So, in the last episode, we made collard greens, and in this episode, we're gonna get some more of the prep going. Got the collard greens on the stove, it's smelling really good here. But welcome back to the channel. And y'all, this is our Thanksgiving marathon. And you can support the channel, keep the stove on by sending a super chat with your thoughts, becoming a member, and by hitting the like button as well. And we got Slim Jim Longfoot in the building. He said, Happy Turkey Day. Yes, okay, so it is 10:45, so it's not Thanksgiving yet in Alaska, but I know that you guys are watching from all around the world. So for some of you guys, it might already be Thanksgiving. And Slim Jim Longfoot, another great YouTube content creator. Y'all, this is my third live stream today, so I'm gonna be talking a little cray cray. But we also did an interview on 907 Good Eats, and we talked all about type 2 diabetes. Check out that interview and also subscribe to his YouTube channel. And he said, Yep, almost 3 a.m. here. So, for those of you who cook, you know how it is the day before Thanksgiving and the night, the night before. You're up late and you're cooking. So we are back. And El Tipo said, I need to see how these onions do you. El Tipo, this is only one onion. So, your girl's a G. So I ain't going to be tearing up. But I did cut up like 3 onions last night during that episode, and I was tearing up a little bit. But when I worked in the kitchen, I could cut a whole bag of onions and not even tear up. Y'all, I'm a G. And, okay, so we are going to be doing some food prep for Thanksgiving. It is still the night before for me. So, last night we did some food prep, and you guys loved it. So, I'm back again with some more prep. We are just gonna hang out and prep some food out. I got my coffee here, even though it's at night, y'all. Your girl is in for a long day. I'm hosting a dinner party at my house, about 15 people, and so I have to cook. I gotta clean and all that stuff. So it's gonna be a long night. Okay, let me walk you guys through some of the ingredients here and what we're going to be prepping out. Okay, I'm going to be doing mashed potatoes. I'm not going to peel them because I don't have time. We're going to be doing mashed potatoes I got these red russet potatoes, so we're going to be cutting those up. I'm also going to do a cornbread stuffing. I already went live on my YouTube channel and showed you guys how to make cornbread stuffing. I shared the recipe with you guys, but we are gonna make it again for Thanksgiving this time. It's funny because when you cook, we have a cooking channel. You cook before the holiday and then you cook on the holiday. So we're making cornbread stuffing again. Got my chicken stock here, and then for the stuffing, I have some onions here. If you were here during last night, I cut my onions in half. I took the skin off. So we got onions, and we also have celery back here. And let me show you guys this. So when you cut your celery, you want to place it in water so that your celery does not dry out. One time, very recently, I don't know, sometimes I just be doing weird stuff in the kitchen, but I cut up celery and I didn't put it in water. I came back the next day, my celery was dried out. So when you cut your celery, place it in water so it does not dry out. That guy said yummy. 13 people in here and 3 likes. Y'all gonna make me cut this live stream off. Hit the like button, y'all. So, cornbread stuffing, celery, onions. Of course, you know it wouldn't be Thanksgiving without butter. So we got a lot of butter here. We got our seasonings back over here. And then if we have time, I'm gonna show you guys my yams. We're gonna prep those out if we have time. If not, I will show you guys tomorrow. And so, like I said, the first thing we're gonna start with is knife skills. We're gonna cut up all the stuff that needs to be cut up. Then we're gonna work on the cornbread. We're gonna make the cornbread tonight. And what I like to do is I like to make the cornbread in advance. I will cut it up and let it dry out on a plate. And I'll cover it with plastic wrap and just let it dry out completely before I make the cornbread stuffing. You don't want your cornbread to be warm because it'll like just crumble right up. And you don't want crumbles for cornbread stuffing. Some of us like our cornbread mushy, and if you do, that's on you. And so I have eggs here also for the cornbread stuffing, and use sage in y'all dressing. It's the way to go. So we're gonna work on the knife skills. We're gonna cut up all our stuff that has to be cut up, and then we're gonna do our cornbread. And then the last thing we're gonna do is our seasonings. So we got a long night in store for us, Foodie Gang. Let me turn this a little bit because I don't want my head to be cut off. Okay. And the cornbread that I like to use is Jiffy. That is my cornbread of choice. And then we have that minced up garlic that we minced up last night on live together. So, get all my ingredients situated. And y'all, I am literally at home in my kitchen with my flip-flops on, my slides on, chilling. So, but thank you guys for stopping by my kitchen. Go ahead and hit the like button. Okay, somebody asked me this in the last, I think it was the last 2 live streams. They asked me how many pounds was my turkey. I checked. I have a 12-pound turkey. Before the last live stream when I was making the collard greens, my uncle called me and he gave me another turkey. So I have 2 turkeys. I don't know if I'm going to freeze it because it's already completely thawed. So I was thinking, why don't I do 2 different types of turkeys? What do y'all think I should do, Foodie Gang? Should I just do one seasoning on both turkeys so it could be simpler? Or should I do 2 different types of turkeys? What do y'all think, Foodie Gang? Okay, the turkey that I have is 12 pounds. The one that he gave me was it's 13, almost 14 pounds. It's already completely thawed. So I was like, man, I don't even want to really refreeze this because it's already thawed, ready to go. Okay, Cody said 2 different types. Okay, and then easy money, I do not have a turkey deep fryer, so I can't do deep fried. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm in Alaska, and there's these turkey deep fryers that you can get for your inside of your house, or you have to fry it outside. Definitely can't fry it outside. I don't have a turkey deep fryer. So, and then Crafty Girl said, if you marinate turkey for at least 2 days and wrap it up, it's the best. You know what I've never tried? Have you guys ever tried those oven bags for the turkey? Have y'all ever tried that, Foodie Gang? Let me know. All right, y'all, we gonna get started. We gonna get started because I'll be reading the chat and I'll be getting distracted. Let me get my knife. Okay, I got my knife. I'm gonna wash my hands again. Cause I had to blow my nose. Alright, and I'm gonna let y'all know if you be on the chat, you gotta be on your best behavior. You gotta stay stick to the topic. We're talking about Thanksgiving. We're talking about food. We're talking about food prep. So stay on topic, y'all. Don't get distracted. And Crafty Girl said, "No man, no man, that's too fancy for me. It's slow roasted marinated turkey for me." What do you marinate your turkey in? Okay, so this is what I have the video posted for tomorrow for the turkey I'm gonna do. That live stream is already set up. I might move the time forward, but we will see. So we're gonna start on our knife skills. We're gonna start with cutting our onion for our stuffing. And Easy Money said, "Are you making ham?" No, I am not. So I try not to eat a ton of pork. Okay, so I grew up eating pork. We always ate pork. That was, when I started this channel, I started to learn a lot about pork, and so I stopped eating pork. And now when I eat pork, it's been like a couple of months. It hasn't been a super long time. Now when I eat pork, I feel like tired and like I don't know. It's like I just feel like really, really tired, like groggy and exhausted. But I am not doing a turkey this year. I mean, not sorry. I am not doing the ham. We are doing turkey. I don't know what I'm talking about. And ooh, okay. Cody said I marinate my turkey in brown sugar and maple. That sounds good. And oh, Crafty Girl, I remember you were telling me about the garlic sauce. I marinate with garlic sauce, lots of ginger and onion powder, lemon and vinegar, black pepper, salt, paprika, and tikka masala. Okay. Now let me ask you guys this: where is everybody watching from? Because I feel like where you live and where you grew up makes a big difference in how you cook and like the flavors that you take on. So I have my onion here for my stuffing. I have extra onion. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it up so I can just have it in the fridge. So if I'm cooking something and I need onions, I already have diced up onions in the fridge. And that's what I do. Like if I have time, I would just dice up some extra onions and then leave them in the fridge. And you know what? Like for me, I really like onions. So I'm always able to find a use for my onions. And Cody said Arkansas. And No Rain said I'm Chinese. Well, it's funny that you have that name. So these containers, I need to get more of these containers. I really love these containers. And I'm going to put the celery on top. I really like these containers because, they're great, especially for kids. You can put like some cut up strawberries or some grapes in here. You can put it in their lunch. And they have lids. So these are really nice containers. And I got to get some more. But yes, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this video with your friends, join the channel and become a member, and support the channel, keep the stove on, put some money on the table and keep the stove on. So, I'm just dicing up some extra onions. And what I do when I am, doing knife work, I will have a container here for my compost or waste, whatever you want to call it, so that I don't have to keep running back and forth to the trash can because I have this right here for my compost. And you just keep it on your workstation. Okay, no brains that be right back. Y'all take y'all time. We doing a late night prepping session. We finna hang out. If you guys have any questions about food or about Thanksgiving that are appropriate, feel free to ask them in the chat. And if I miss your chat, send it again with a super chat. So that it gets highlighted and I for sure will read it. So like I said, these are just extra onions, so I'm gonna put them in the bag, put it in the fridge, and then, for breakfast, I may need some onions, or you never know when you're gonna need onions. Okay, there we go. And shout out to the 9 people for hitting the like button. I know we can do better. Let's try to get to 25 likes during this live stream. Let's try to get $20 on the table. You know. Okay, now we got our celery. And like I said, when you cut your celery, place it in water so that it does not dry out. Yes, Cody, it's so true. And Kelly Reynolds, I am just prepping things out. I'm doing some prep for cornbread stuffing. And yes, Cody, if you have celery and you cut it at all, you place it in water so it doesn't dry out. And like this celery that I'm cutting, I'm gonna use this tomorrow, so I'm not gonna place it in water. But if you cut your celery and you're gonna leave it in the fridge for a couple of days, put it in water because it'll dry out. Like I said, I'm using this tomorrow for sure in the cornbread stuffing, so I'm not gonna place this in water. But this celery, I cut this up. I was actually gonna do stuffed celery for an appetizer, but I didn't. So this is like me prepping out the celery. So I cut it in these pieces, and then I place it in water, and it's been in the fridge for a couple of days. But yeah, I was gonna do stuffed celery for an appetizer, and but don't that sound good though? And Cody said, thanks for the tip. Yes, there's so much about food. There's too much for everyone to know. Like, it's just too much to know. But if you cut your celery and you're going to have it in the fridge for a couple of days, place it in water. When I worked in the kitchen, when we would do like a wing bar, you know how with wings you can get like celery and carrots? Well, we would cut our celery up and we would put it in a big, huge container, and then we would put water just so the celery didn't dry out. And so this is the prep for my stuffing. So I have some onions in here, and I'm going to place my celery on top. Like I said, using this tomorrow doesn't need water. This celery that's been in the fridge for a couple of days needs water in it. Yes, y'all, hit the like button. Hit the like button. And Kelly said, what are you making? I am just prepping out during this episode. But what I'm prepping out now is my cornbread stuffing. We're getting that prepped out. I'm doing all my knife skills first. And then we're going to move over to making cornbread. And hey, how are you guys doing? How are you doing? Let me know, what is your favorite dish from Thanksgiving? What is your favorite dish? What is your favorite dish? Okay. So we cut up our onions and our celery for our stuffing. The next thing that we're going to work on is getting our potatoes cut for our mashed potatoes. When you cut your potatoes, the same thing with the celery, you have to put them in water or your potatoes will oxidize. That means that they will turn brown. So as soon as you cut your potatoes, they have to go in water. I know, Foodie Gang, it's a lie, but y'all got me here now. Hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell so you can continue to receive these cooking tips. Even if you are someone that knows how to cook, it doesn't mean that there's not more that you can learn. You know, we can always learn more. Let me put this in the fridge and I'll be right back. And I'm going to get my oven preheated. And I'm going to look at this and see 400 degrees. I'm going to get my oven preheated, get it warm, get it toasty for the cornbread. Okay. 400. 400. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to hop over and we are going to work on our potatoes for our mashed potatoes. And like I got my containers here. Like I said, when you cut your potatoes for your mashed, when you cut potatoes, you have to immediately put them in water. And I do like a warm water or cold water. So warm or cold water works best. Okay, Foodie Gang, let us go. Let's get started. And Cody said, my favorite side dish for Thanksgiving is Southern baked macaroni and cheese. That is exactly what I was going to say. That is exactly what I was going to say. But you know what I also really enjoy? I enjoy turkey that is cooked properly. Like when you get that juicy turkey and you get that really good homemade corn or homemade gravy, that is super, super delicious. And Crafty said, my friend made this toasted mixed nut breads. I really want to try it, but I think I'm totally fell at that. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'd be nervous about baking, but one thing I would say that gave me a lot of like confidence. My sister. So I made chocolate chip cookies. I've done it on this channel with my daughter. We make chocolate chip cookies. I gave some to my sister and she said that they were absolutely delicious. So that like, you know, really reassured my confidence level as far as baking. And I think that like, that's one of the things like about, as far as cooking goes, like, I feel really confident. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm saying. But when it comes to baking, I don't really feel that same like confidence just because I don't bake a ton. But I am trying to get back to it. And it's just that confidence level for me because my sister said that my cookies were good. So it's just that confidence. So we're cutting potatoes for the mashed potatoes. Some people peel their potatoes. Some people leave the skin on. Whatever you want to do is totally fine. And I got 3:10 a.m. Let me know what time it is where you're watching from. And I got a little bit of water that's spilled. pour a little bit of this water out. Okay. Crafty said same. So I got 11:12 p.m. It's almost gonna be midnight here. Once it hits midnight, it'll officially be Thanksgiving. You want to make sure that if you do have potatoes, that all of them are underneath the water. Because like I said, they will oxidize. Tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to boil these potatoes and then, mash them up, make mashed potatoes. Another tip that they taught me when I worked in the kitchen. I don't remember the reason why, but this is what everybody said. When you are making mashed potatoes, you want to start your mashed potato. When you're making mashed potatoes, you want to start your potatoes in cold water and then bring it to a boil. I did not remember the reason why, but that was just one of the things that I was taught in culinary school and when I worked in the kitchen. So that's what I always do. Start your potatoes in cold water and then bring the water up to a boil. I'm going to give this a little rinse. And then I think I'm going to do okay, so me and my sisters, we always make too much food. So I'm trying not to make too much food, but then I'm like, well, I might as well just do this whole bag. And Crafty Girl, I totally agree with you. She said, I wish I could be a better baker, but I'm a better stove cooker. I completely agree with you. And it's not that I can't bake. I am just not very confident about it like I am with my food. I just feel like I'd be nervous, but you guys have been asking for more desserts, so I've been trying to accomplish that on this channel, and we're only gonna get better with the desserts. So, and then Cody said, I'm thinking about trying a new dish. It would be trying a new dish, Brussels sprouts casserole. That is definitely a new one. I have never seen that be done before, but I don't see why not. I don't see why not. And that's one thing that we haven't done on this channel is Brussels sprouts. So I am just gonna cut all these potatoes and just be done with it. Let me get another container. I'm gonna go over y'all heads for a second. So we got another container here. But yeah, I don't see why Brussels sprout casserole wouldn't work. That sounds good. I feel like you either love Brussels sprouts or you hate them. There is really no in between. You either like them or you don't. Okay, this is 5 pounds of potatoes. I'm just going to do all of these. And I'm going to let my guests take as much food as they want because I am always cooking more food. So somebody has to eat this food. And we got Hey from India. Man, shout out to India. Always coming through supporting the channel. And Crafty Girl said, it's fun to know everyone has different styles. I totally agree. And I have a group on Facebook, over 2,000 foodies from all over the world. And so when you talk about different styles, it is really cool to see what everyone else is making. And I have learned about so many new ingredients, fruits and vegetables, just by having this Facebook group. Y'all go ahead and join my group on Facebook. It's my fan page. The link is in the video description. But you just meet some really amazing people. You learn so much about food. Very fascinating. And Break Forever said, Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. Shout out to all the members of this channel. Really keeping the stove on. And they are truly the backbone of this channel. And I just have so much fun, you know, making exclusive content for my members. I just really enjoy it. I just really love food, and I'm glad that y'all love food too. and and Cody said, I like trying exotic recipe, different types of foods. Yes, me too. I just like trying other things, and I like learning. That is one of the things I really enjoy as well, is learning. And when I be talking to all of y'all, I just be learning so much. So yeah, everyone's from a different part of the world, and everyone makes different food. Everyone has different taste buds. There's just so much to learn. Okay, so foodie gang, we have got our knife skills done. We cut up our onions and celery, and then we cut up our potatoes. The next thing that we're going to work on is going to be our cornbread. So I have made cornbread for you guys a couple of times on this channel. We love cornbread over here. So we're going to get started with the cornbread, and let me just get all this ready to go in the fridge. Pour a little bit of this water out. And tomorrow, before I get these potatoes on the stove. Oh, that's our oven is hot enough. I'm going to give these a good rinse and really rinse them off again and again and again. And then I'm going to start them on the stove in cold water. So, let me just reach over y'all head one more time. Excuse me, foodie gang. But 24 people in here. 15 likes. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let's get to 25 before the end of this live stream. And so I got my ingredients here. I'm just going to put these in the fridge. See if I have room. I got a lot of stuff in the fridge already. And then we're going to just clean up, reset ourselves. Okay, let me try to find some room in the fridge, because it's getting kind of cray-cray in here. It's because I have turkey in here. Okay, y'all, I made it work. Got some room in there. We're gonna hop over to our cornbread. Making some cornbread. Then we're gonna, once our cornbread is done, we're gonna cut it up. Ooh, do y'all see that? We're gonna cut it up and let it sit on the plate, let it dry out a little bit. Crafty Girl says, my mom always said a full fridge means a happy home. Yes, it is truly a blessing to have a full fridge with the price of food. It's truly a blessing. Thank you guys so much, Foodie Gang, for supporting the channel. And you know what? Yeah, it's truly a blessing. Okay, let me get the stuff out for the cornbread. So we got 2 eggs here. We're gonna get 2/3 cup of. We're gonna get the 2/3 cup measurement for the milk. First thing we're going to do is we are going to put our cornbread in there. Do y'all like cornbread? Do y'all like cornbread? I don't think I've met someone who said they didn't like cornbread yet. Okay, we got our scissors right here. And a break forever said yes. They like cornbread. So put that in there like that. Okay, so I did cornbread and chili before. I've done cornbread stuffing. So we have had cornbread a couple of times on this channel. We're going to put our milk and our egg and our cornbread. Y'all ready for Thanksgiving? Is y'all ready? And, ooh, I tried that before. Cody said I tried this one exact dish that's called mango salsa. It is Hawaiian dish. I have made mango salsa before, and it is good. Okay, so we got to pour in our milk. Got a lot of stuff on the counter. I gotta make sure it do what it do. And then we got our 2 eggs. And Crafty Girl, thank you so much. She said, I gotta go pick my son from school. This was fun. I like you. You're real. Yes. Real person here. But thank you so much, Crafty Girl, for coming through. Have a safe trip. And happy holidays to you. Have a great Thanksgiving. Okay, so let me give my hands a rinse. The next thing we're gonna do, I always like to save one box and I'll keep it so that I can read the instructions if I forget them. Just back real quick. Now I'm gonna get my flat spatula out and give that a stir. Let's try the wedge if you need. All right, we are making cornbread here. Ooh, I've never had that before. Cody said mango shrimp salad. Now that sounds good. That sounds real good. Okay, so we got our cornbread here. And we're just going to give it a mix. You don't want to overmix it. You don't want to undermix it. You want to get it just right. And then the next thing we're going to do, I forgot to grab a baking dish before you guys got here. So we're going to get our baking dish out. We're going to put our cornbread in there. And then we're going to pop our cornbread into the oven. Let this cook. And then we are on the way. So we're prepping the night before Thanksgiving. It's still not Thanksgiving here. I'm in Alaska. We did our knife skills. We cut up our onions, our potatoes. Now we're making our cornbread for our cornbread stuffing. And I'm not even going to need this whisk. And remember in the last episode, I made collard greens for you guys. The collard greens are on the stove. They're looking good. I'm going to give it one last stir, and then I'm going to turn that pot off. let it cool down, put it into the crock pot, and yeah. And then in the morning, I'm gonna put the crock pot um on really early in the morning, probably around like 9, and we're just gonna let my collard greens cook until it is time for dinner. So black people be late, so I'm shooting for like 4 or 6 o'clock. But I don't care who's late. I'm eating my mashed potatoes, turkey and gravy, and my yams, no matter what. So y'all, my sister, they showed up 4 hours late one time. I said, I'm done with y'all. That's why I can't even plan nothing with them. And then this chicken stock is for tomorrow. I just wanted to show you guys the type of chicken stock that I use for my cornbread stuffing. So, using chicken stock, I got it from Costco. Really, really tasty. Okay, let me get my baking dish out. You want to spray your baking dish with, use whatever you want or whatever you have in hand. All of them are okay options, but you need to put something on the bottom. Okay, and then we're just gonna put our cornbread in here. And what I would do also is, like, when you clean your turkey out and you have a turkey neck, I will braise that turkey neck, and then all the meat will fall off, and I'll use that meat in my stuffing. I don't know if I'm going to do that this year, but we will see. I'll let y'all know. So we got our cornbread in there. Now that is ready to go in the oven. Our oven is hot enough. I have the oven at 400 degrees. Okay, and we're gonna put our cornbread into the oven. But it's that simple to make cornbread. Super simple, really, really tasty. And Cody said, good night. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much, Cody, and have a great night. Have a great night, everybody. And y'all got me up to 17 likes. Let's get to 25 before we end this live stream. Shout out to the foodie gang. And Harley said, best part is the cornbread. I know. And I'm going to make cornbread stuffing. If y'all were here during the episode, cornbread stuffing is delicious. And if not, that's okay. Because you're going to learn about cornbread stuffing. And Kelly said, let me turn this water off. I'm sorry, I'm all shouting. Kelly said, what is your favorite thing about the holiday? My favorite thing, you guys already know what I'm going to say, is the food. Because I love to cook. And I love to see family members enjoy my food or enjoy food. So I would say definitely the food part and the family as well. And then, like, at every family gathering or every event, every social event, food is the most important part. Like, if you don't have good food, people are not staying for long. So it makes me happy to be able to feed people and to make people happy through food. I really like that. And my favorite holiday food would have to be mac and cheese, but collard greens are right up next to it. Every Thanksgiving and every Christmas, I love to have collard greens. But I was talking to you guys earlier, and you guys said that you guys like green bean casserole. So I'm gonna add that to the menu, and maybe sometime in December we will do green bean casserole. So let me put our cornbread into the oven. And then 15 minutes. I'm going to let it bake for 15 minutes. And then I have my collard greens on the stove. If you guys saw episode 64, we make collard greens. They're on the stove. I'm going to give them a stir. And I made collard greens. I got smoked turkey necks in here. These are going to be good. I'm going to turn the pot off so it can start cooling down. I'm going to put it in the crock pot, and then tomorrow I'm going to put the crock pot on the stove. I mean, not on the stove. I'm going to put the crock pot on the crock pot and plug it in. Y'all bear with me because this is 3 live streams in a day. So I knew this was going to happen. I was going to start talking crazy. And okay, Kelly, all right. But yes, y'all hit the like button. We got 21 likes, 4 more likes, we hit the goal. Put some money on the table, keep the stove on. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on our seasonings. We have done our knife skills. We cut up all the stuff that we need to cut up. We have our cornbread in the oven. And so we're going to work on our seasonings. So I got all of them right here. And if you have been watching this channel, you already know my top seasonings that I like to use. So I got my recipes out right here. Let me get my little measuring cups. Let me rinse this off. All right. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. I know it's late for some of us, early for others. And no, Kelly, I do not have any pets. When I grew up, you're the first person that's ever asked me that on this channel. When I grew up, we did not have pets. So I'm not really a pet person. And, you know, I'm not a pet person. But do y'all have pets? Does the Foodie Gang got pets? I got my little cups right here. I gotta get some more cups. And oh, okay. So Cody said he has pets, and Kelly says she has pets. What type of pets do y'all have? What type of pets do y'all have? But no, I am not a pet person. And I asked my daughter if she wanted a dog one day. She was like, no, because I don't want to have to clean up after it. I said, you know what, Ava? If you feel that way, that was the realest answer that you could have gave. She said, I don't want to be responsible for nobody. I don't want to do nothing. I barely want to clean my room. So I know if I have a pet, I'm not going to clean up. And I'm just wiping off my containers because they're kind of wet because I just washed them. But yeah, I have to get some more containers, y'all. So let me scoot this back a little bit. Okay. So I got my recipes right here. My handy dandy notebook. Y'all remember that? who remembers my handy dandy notebook? Y'all remember that? My handy dandy notebook. My handy dandy notebook. Kelly said, I remember. And Cody said, I have 3 dogs. One dog's name is Ellie. She's an Australian Shepherd. I have one dog and his name is Max. What is an Anatolian Shepherd? And her name is Skipper. You got a whole lot of pets. Okay. So I got my notebook here. And we are just going to start measuring out for our cornbread stuffing. And what I'm going to do, because I don't have a lot of cups left, I'm going to put all of the seasonings for one item in one cup. I like to do prep because it makes it easier for the next day. So the first thing that we're going to do is the seasoning blend for the cornbread stuffing. Oh my god, my dread is messed up. Okay. Man, the one thing about having dreads is like you will bend down, right? Like this. And then when you get up, you got a dread sticking out. It's like, what the heck? Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of garlic. And we minced this garlic during last night's episode where we were prepping. So, and I peeled the garlic and then I minced the garlic in the food processor. I have a mini food processor. So here we go. We got our garlic there. Black pepper. And I cannot believe that you guys love these prepping episodes. Because normally, I don't know, I feel like this, I didn't know that this was interesting for you guys. For y'all to watch me prep. So, black pepper. And you need sage in your dressing. Sage goes in the dressing, stuffing, whatever you want to call it. Very, very important. And she is not in here right now, but me and El Cheapo, which is another content creator, have been talking about this sage for a long time. Sage goes in dressing. Don't say you have dressing and you don't got no sage up in there. So, I'm going to put a little bit of sage. And like I said, I've already made this recipe before on 907 Goodies, and it is on my channel under, I don't remember what episode it was, but stuffing is on the thumbnail. We've already done stuffing, and we've been talking about it. So, we got our sage in there. We got our chicken stock back over here, so that's ready to go. And we're going to put a little bit of sea salt in there. And when you rinse off your measuring spoon, you want to dry it with a paper towel before you grab any more seasonings. Because what will happen is all your seasonings will stick to the spoon because it's wet. So, and Cody said he ain't playing. He said they're guard dogs. He said I ain't got time for y'all shenanigans. You come around here, boy? Okay. So, did we get everything? We're missing Mrs. Dash. Okay. Got my handy dandy notebook. That song is like stuck in my head now. It's all I can think about. It's, you know, when you say something and then it's like stuck in your head and you cannot get it out your head no matter what you do. That's how I feel about that handy dandy notebook song. Okay. All right. So we have our seasonings for our cornbread stuffing. The next thing that we need to do is we need to get a little bit of butter. We're gonna do half a stick of butter. So I'm gonna cut this stick in half. Let me grab a knife. And then we got 6 minutes on the cornbread in the oven. So we're gonna do this. We got our half a stick of butter. We got our seasoning blend. So our stuffing is pretty much complete. We got the cornbread in the oven. We got chicken stock over there. And then we have our seasoning blend with our butter in here. And then for the other half of butter, what I'm going to do is when the cornbread comes out, I'm going to rub the top of it with butter. And Cody said, what do you put in your collard greens? A whole lot of stuff. And I have to update that recipe. But smoked turkey neck bones, Mrs. Dash, garlic, salt, oregano, water, butter, Tabasco, garlic powder. I put a little bit of like old oil in there. Or you can use grease, bacon grease. I also put vinegar in there. So I have a lot. It's a whole list, y'all. And I'm going to update that recipe in there shortly. Don't worry. Okay. So we got everything pretty much prepped out for our stuffing. All that's pretty much ready to go. So we got our chicken stock. And then we got our seasoning blend and our butter for our stuffing. That is ready to go. The next thing that we're going to work on. Let me check out my handy dandy notebook. And Nessa, what time is it for you? It is, hold on, let me check this real quick. It is 11:44. The cornbread stuffing is looking great. We may have to add some more time on there. So the box of cornbread says 15 to 20 minutes. I always go for the shorter time first, and then I add more time if I need to. And that's just the way I do it, y'all. Okay. So I'm doing the turkey. We're doing that tomorrow morning. The mashed potatoes. Collard greens are on the stove. I'm going to make gravy tomorrow as well. We're doing yams and cornbread stuffing. Cornbread stuffing is already prepped out. Let me look through my notebook for my recipe for mashed potatoes, and we can measure those seasonings out. Y'all, when I started 907 Good Eats, this notebook was completely empty. This notebook is almost full. And Ness, I'm cooking for about 15 people. And I'm going to allow everyone to take food home just because I'm always cooking. I don't need any extra food. And for me, if I cook, I will call my family members to come eat food or come get some food so that I'll have room in the fridge to make more food. So, yes. For 15 people, but you know, when they heard Chefbigbank was cooking, they invited their friends. And shout out to the foodie gang. We're at 27 likes. We have hit the goal. We still got to get some money on the table. Okay, so y'all got a lot of recipes in here. Let me just... I know I had a recipe for mashed potatoes. I also made cranberry sauce with you guys on live. 29 likes. Oh my goodness. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Thank you guys so much for hitting the like button. I really, really appreciate that. But I know we can get some money on the table. Your girl did 3 live streams in a day. We can get some new members. Oh, hey, so what I was going to say about the cranberry sauce. I made cranberry sauce from scratch probably about a month or so ago. I had leftover cranberry sauce. So what I did was I froze that cranberry sauce. And I'm thawing it out now. I'm going to heat it up. And if you do have extra food, freeze it. Put it in the freezer. Save your money. You don't have to make new stuff every time. See, I got so many recipes in this notebook that I have to do all of this. This is why one day, Foodie Gang, I'm going to make a cookbook. Are y'all buying my cookbook when I make my cookbook? Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if you're buying my cookbook. Put a 2 in the chat if you're not buying the cookbook. Here we go. Oh my God, I found it. Can y'all see it? Mashed potatoes. Okay, I found the recipe, y'all. I am so happy about that. So, we're going to put garlic in our mashed potatoes. Y'all, I knew I had a recipe. I knew it. And home, that's at 1. Okay, we are going to do 4 more minutes on the cornbread. We're going to do 4 more minutes on the cornbread. And that's at 1. They said that they buying the cookbook. Yes, y'all, I have always wanted to make a cookbook. And it's been one of my dreams for a long time. And I've always talked about it. When I went to culinary school, I knew that one day I was going to make a cookbook. So I've been saving my recipes for years and years and years. Because I knew. And, you know, I still have this dream of making a cookbook. It's always been my dream. It's been like my long-term goal is to make a cookbook. So we have our garlic. We're going to do 1 stick of butter on our mashed potatoes. So that's already good to go. We're going to do sea salt. But 29 likes. Thank y'all so much. Y'all got like looking right. Looking okay at least. And then we're going to do black pepper as well. We are making a seasoning blend for our mashed potatoes. And even when I cook, if I taste it and I can tell that it needs more in there, I will add more seasonings. So it's not like, you know, you can always save your food. Save y'all food, Foodie Gang. Save your food. If it's don't taste right, add some more seasonings to it. And so one of the seasonings that I need that I don't have here is basil. So I'm going to go grab the basil. Now my slippers are on. But what's going on, Foodie Gang? Okay. 1/2 teaspoon of basil. I might do 2 because I have a lot of potatoes. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of basil. Or 1 teaspoon of basil. I said 2 because I have a 1/2 teaspoon. So I had to do it twice. And that's 1 teaspoon. Okay. And then what I like to do for my mashed potatoes, I like to heat my milk and my butter up just so that it makes it so that the potatoes break down better. I'm going to measure out my milk for tomorrow. But in here we have our seasonings for our mashed potatoes. I'm going to add this garlic salt to this also. All right, foodie gang. Are y'all ready? Are y'all tired or what? You gotta get hype. Okay, so okay, our cornbread is done. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I'm gonna get this out of the way because I don't think we have any to do any more seasonings, but I'll keep these nearby in case we do. And then I'm gonna put that down. I'm going to teach you guys a trick. So, when you are baking something in the oven, what you do to see if it's done all the way is you get a fork and you stick it with the fork, and if the fork comes out clean, then it means that your food is done. So we're going to see if our cornbread is cooked all the way and if it's done. Here we go. It's the fork test. A little bit of crumbs on there. Let me try it again. Let me try it again. A little bit of crumbs on there, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. So we're gonna see. I think that our cornbread is not done and needs to go back in the oven. So we're gonna put this back in the oven probably for about like 4 minutes. 5 minutes. So that is the fork test. When you're baking something, you take it out of the oven, you stick a fork in it, and if the fork comes out clean, then your food is done. And you guys can see like there was still a little bit of crumbs on my fork, and that let me know that it wasn't done. And I had to do the fork test twice to make sure, but it wasn't done. It wasn't cooked all the way in the middle. So let me just clean up real quick around here. Foodie gang, let me just clean up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try to see if all this can fit together. This is my prep for my stuffing. And I have some butter here for when the cornbread comes out of the oven. And it is ready. But we're waiting on it to get ready. We did the fork test. Our cornbread was not ready. Let me show you guys something. Do you guys eat these, foodie gang? Let me know. Do you eat yams? Is this something that you make for your family on the holidays? So we got our yams right here, our cans, and so what I kind of want to do is prep out all of the ingredients that are going to go inside of the yams while we wait for our cornbread. And I have another recipe here. Let me get my handy dandy notebook and see what's going on. Okay, I got my notebook here. And okay, so in my yams, I like to do brown sugar, cinnamon, vanilla extract, white sugar, and then I'll use syrup. And I don't think I'm forgetting anything, but if I am, let me know, food gang. I'm not forgetting anything in my yams. So let's get the cups out. Start measuring out our sugar. Okay, we got our brown sugar back here. And you guys, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Normally, I don't really be like, for Thanksgiving, I don't ever do like all this measurements. But I'm doing that for you guys so that I can share these recipes with the foodie gang. Because if I don't measure anything out, I'm not gonna have any recipes to share with y'all. And when I first started this channel, I wasn't giving out recipes. Because writing recipes takes a little bit of time. Like, not everybody can write a recipe. It is truly a skill. And so now I'm sharing my recipes with y'all. So, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I don't know what that was. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn the notification bell on. Hit the like button. Every Wednesday I'm dropping pre-recorded content. This Wednesday I did release 2 shorts and a long form video. So make sure that you guys check it out. And then I'm going live randomly. I'm going, well, not randomly, but at various times. Doesn't that sound better? Because I am very busy. You know, I'm a single mom. Got my baby. So I really never know, like, when I'm gonna have time. And that's why I never, like, have set my lives up on a schedule. Because I don't know where I'm gonna be. And then it's like, as soon as I figure out my schedule, something changes. Okay, we finna get that cornbread out. We finna see what's going on with it, where we are at with it. And Wagner said, yes, girl, it's not easy to just eyeball and smell into the cups and such. Yes, some people are able to eyeball stuff and some people are not. It kind of just depends. Like I know for my sister, one of my sisters cooks a lot and the other one's a little bit newer to cooking. So for her, she needs recipes. She can't just eyeball it and have it be good. And then some people can. You know, everybody is a little bit different. And Melissa, hey, happy Thanksgiving. And yes, I do make healthy foods. And they're also on my channel. Subscribe to my channel, check out my content. Okay, we got the cornbread. Let's look at it and let's see if it's done. Let's do our fork test. Okay, we got crumbs, but we don't have batter. We're looking like to see if we have like any batter or anything like that. Let me actually keep this. We're gonna rub some butter on the top. things are falling, y'all. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna rub some butter on the top. And I'm gonna let this cornbread cool down. When it cools down, I'm gonna put this on my cutting board and I'm gonna cut it into tiny little cubes. And I already have a live stream on my channel where I made cornbread stuffing. So check that live stream out. Let me grab this off the floor. We get my hands a rinse. Make sure when y'all are cooking and you got people coming over to your house, wash your hands. That's our cornbread though. So, gonna put this back over on the stove. Let this cool down. When it cools down, I'm gonna cut it up into cubes. I'm gonna put them on when I cut the cubes. I'm gonna put them on a plate, cover them with saran wrap, and just let them dry out. And then tomorrow, when I'm ready to mix my stuff in, I'll heat up my stock on the stove and I will put my seasonings and my celery and onions into my stuffing and mix all that around with the warm stock, put it in the oven, and boom, we have cornbread stuffing. Super easy to make. Let me put this back over here and let it cool off. Let me get the cinnamon. Woo! I got a lot up in this cabinet. Oh, I also have a little bit of nutmeg. I'm going to put a little bit of nutmeg into our yams as well. I'm working on the prep for the yams. Gonna put a little bit of nutmeg in there. We got our butter and our sugar measured out. Looking for the cinnamon and the vanilla extract. Y'all bear with me. I got a lot in this cabinet. Okay, I found something. 31 likes. Shout out to the Foodie Gang. Thank you guys so much. We're just doing some prep the day before Thanksgiving. You know, I have figured out that y'all like these prep videos. So here we are with another night of prep. And we are doing our Thanksgiving marathon. We're doing back-to-back live stream. I'm showing you guys all of the cooking that I'm doing for Thanksgiving. I'm even showing you guys behind the scenes where I'm prepping things out. So join the channel, become a member, and receive exclusive perks and exclusive content that only the members get to see. And I love giving you guys sneak peeks of what is coming next, what episode is coming next. I also have the Foodie Gang food panel. I do interviews. We talk about certain food subjects. So this channel is not only a cooking channel, but it's all about food. So if you like food, join my fan page on Facebook, Chefbigbank Foodie Gang fan page. Share your food with us, and especially if you make any of my recipes. So donate to the channel, keep the stove on, and send a super chat with your thoughts. But in the meantime, it's free to hit the like button, and y'all are doing that. So thank you guys so much for getting the likes up. Super important. Get us going strong in the algorithm. I'm still looking for the cinnamon. You know what I need? I need that spinny thing that sits on the counter and all your spices go in there. Oh my god, it's way in the back here. Okay. We got the cinnamon way in the back here. Normally I have this done before y'all get here, but we are doing prep, so you know this is a process when I be cooking. And I got some new seasonings from the store. Let me show you guys. So I know I have a lot of seasonings, but I've been working on getting more seasonings so that we can try different stuff. And these are two of the seasonings that I brought from the store the other day. This is roasted garlic and herb grill mates. So my glare is kind of on for my light. Sorry about that. But we got that seasoning. And we also got a Montreal chicken seasoning. So I am excited to try these new seasonings out with you guys. And we'll see how they taste, how it goes. So we got our cinnamon here, our vanilla extract. We finally found everything. And do I have any more cups left? Okay. And EJ, well, you're going to have to go to the last episode, the one before that, and the one before that. This episode is we're just prepping our food. So, EJ, if you want to go see more food, check out the content on my YouTube channel. Your girl is always cooking. But we are just doing prep for this episode. I tried this last night and you guys loved it. So we're back with some more prep. This is our Thanksgiving marathon. Back-to-back live streams. Okay, back here. Back-to-back live streams showing y'all everything that I'm doing to get ready for the holidays. So, I'm going to put, I kind of want to do half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and then if I need to, after I taste it, I'll add more. And then what I do is if I adjust anything, I'll adjust my recipe just to make sure that the recipe that I give you guys is correct. Some of these recipes I've already made before. Well, I've made yams hundreds of times, but I have never written down a recipe for my yams. So I'm doing that this year. So I'm always adjusting my recipes. Got my handy dandy notebook right here. We're going to put a little bit of nutmeg into our yams as well. Y'all see that? And I got to grab the wrong one, because I have another one that's already open. All right, y'all. A little bit of nutmeg. Not too much. I'm going to do We got our vanilla extract. I like the Simple Truth Madagascar vanilla. And Trey said Bruce yams have good syrup in them, like all canned goods. I normally do the Princella, like the purple yams, but y'all, I don't know if Princella was always expensive and I never noticed it before, but it was like almost $5 a can, and I was like, what the heck? And so Bruce's was cheaper, so I went with Bruce. But Bruce's yams are good as well. Normally I'll do Princella though, but Princella was tripping. I'm like, I don't know if they were always that expensive or I just noticed it this year. I don't know. But I am all about the budget, all about trying to save $1. You know, I make a lot of things from scratch. I find that it's cheaper, you get a better product. So, but you know, sometimes, and this is why I have a budget friendly meal playlist on my YouTube channel, is because sometimes it is about the budget and then it's about making a lot of food to feed your family for, you know, a smaller price tag. So that's why I have the budget friendly meals on my YouTube channel. And we're going to be doing more of those meals as well. So we got our yams here, we got our brown sugar. And another thing I like to do is I like to add a little bit of extra syrup into my yams as well. Alright, so that is the prep for our yams. Tomorrow, I will measure out the syrup right when I'm doing it. Just because I don't have any more containers left. I gotta get some more containers for the gang. But shout out to the 33 people that hit the like button. Thank you guys so much. So, we have our yams prepped out. I'm putting back over here. And I think we're gonna cut our cornbread and then we're gonna get up out of here, foodie gang. I gotta clean up the house. So we got our stuffing prepped out. We have our potatoes, mashed potatoes prepped out. All we're gonna have to do tomorrow is heat up our milk and our butter. We have all that prepped out. The cranberry sauce is thawing out. I made it a couple weeks ago and I froze it. I'm making the gravy tomorrow. So yeah, I think I got everything done. The next thing I want to do is cut the cornbread. So let me get another cutting board out here and then I'm gonna grab 2 plates. And clean up a little bit. Okay. So my cornbread is still warm. Okay, so this trick, let me show you guys. I didn't know if it was gonna work, so I didn't want to tell you about it. Okay, when you gotta get your cake out, you put a plate on top of the dish. After the dish has cooled down, you flip it upside down, right? Your cake comes out perfectly. That's why it's important to grease your pan. You put another plate on top, flip it back, just like that. You have the top of the cornbread. Look at that. We're gonna cut this up. We're gonna let it cool down, let it dry out overnight on a plate, and in the morning it'll be ready for a cornbread stuffing. Just that easy. That simple. Okay, so let me get a knife. And I have a bigger cutting board, but I didn't want to wash it, so I got the smaller one out. So here we go, y'all. I have a little bit of softened butter. Softened butter is a good thing to have on hand, and you never know when you're going to need it. I'll probably put it in those yams, most likely. So, we're going to cut our cornbread. And it's still pretty warm, but it has definitely cooled down. And it's going to make a mess, so just be prepared for it. And this is why I say, like, it's good to make your cornbread the day before you're making the stuffing, or maybe even the morning of, just so that you give it an opportunity to cool down and to dry out. So, and this is a nice twist to traditional stuffing, you know, because, like, let's be honest, we all get tired of eating the same things for Thanksgiving. So this is a nice little twist to regular stuffing. It's cornbread stuffing. And you can also buy cornbread stuffing from the store. I didn't know this, but Stovetop Stuffing makes a brand or makes a cornbread stuffing mix. And I was like, I did not know that until I saw it this year. But save your money, make your cornbread yourself, cut it up the way I'm doing it. Have it that simple. We got cornbread stuff in the building. Support this channel. Keep the stove on. Send a super chat with your thoughts. All right, all right. And you know what? We've had a good day today live streaming. This is our third live stream of today. So thank you guys so much for coming back, chilling out with Chefbigbank, keeping the stove on, supporting the channel. Shout out to my moderators and my members. Thank y'all for hanging out with me all day long. This is our Thanksgiving marathon, you guys. And I have had a lot of fun. I didn't know we were going to do a marathon, but when I saw that you guys liked when I prepped yesterday, I was like, we got to do it again. And I think my phone is getting hot, y'all. It's getting hot. Oh, okay. So Alex said she tried to make cornbread muffins and they were sunken in and stuck to the wrapper. Okay, so my sister told me a really good trick with cornbread muffins when you are gonna make muffins and you have a liner. She told me, which I think is really smart, is to spray the liners with vegetable oil so that the cornbread doesn't stick to it. Spray the liner with oil. And then, as far as them being sunken in, did she measure it out properly? Did she have all the ingredients? Because I think that's the thing about bacon that is tricky. You have to have the exact measurements. You have to have the right measurements. So I wonder if she had the egg and the milk. Maybe there was no egg because eggs help your baked goods rise. But yes, spray the liners for your cornbread muffins with vegetable oil so that it does not stick to the liners. And my sister told me that. I said, man, that is so smart. So we got our cornbread stuffing already prepped out, ready to go. I'm gonna let these cornbread pieces cool down and dry out overnight. And Alex, I can't imagine she did anything right. Laugh aloud pretty bad. You know what? Tell her to subscribe to this YouTube channel and the Drip Show. What's good? Oh my goodness. If you guys are on YouTube, check out the Drip Show. Great show. And Drip, you have been out here grinding. Every night he goes live and he has an open panel show. And he always has great topics. Sometimes it can get a little cray-cray over there. But I like to go to the Drip Show. And I like to go up there, hang out with Drip. And then the panel. One thing I would say is the Drip Show is very entertaining. And Alex said, cornbread stuffing sounds really good, though. It is good. And it's a great twist if you're tired of eating regular stuffing. So, we have our ingredients ready for our cornbread stuffing. I prepped out the seasonings for our mashed potatoes. Oh my goodness. Drip coming through with $10, saying support. Just kept it short, sweet, and simple. And you know what? I appreciate that so much, Drip. We have got to support each other as content creators. There's enough money to go around. So thank you so much, Drip. And y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the Drip Show. And one thing I would say about Drip is Drip, Drip, you be going through it, but you undefeated. Oh man, but shout out to Drip. That's gonna make the Drip Show the sponsor of today's live stream. And so we prepped our cornbread stuffing, we prepped out our seasoning blend for our mashed potatoes, we cut our celery and our onions and our potatoes. The collard greens are back on the stove, cooling down. I'm gonna get ready to put that in the fridge. And then we have our yams that we prepped out as well. Tomorrow we're gonna be cooking. Come back in the morning. I'm gonna be making a Cajun butter roasted turkey. So it's gonna be so good. I'm trying this recipe for the first time. But y'all come back in the morning. And Drip Show said facts. Happy Thanksgiving. And thank you so much, Tricia. Did I say that right? Trisha. That's okay. That's what I'm going to say. But I'll see you guys back in the morning for turkey. And I'm probably going to do 2 or 3 live streams tomorrow. It is our Thanksgiving marathon. I'm taking Friday off. We'll be back again Saturday for the Saturday Foodie Gang breakfast. On Sunday, I'm going to be interviewing another chef, Chef Shirley. She makes amazing food. So you guys stay close by. Turn on the notification bell. I will see you guys in the next one. Shout out to the Drip Show for the $10. Shout out to all my members. Shout out to the gang, Casey. Thank you so much. Join the channel, y'all. And I will see y'all on the next one, y'all. I am your host, and this is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank. Thank you guys so much, Foodie Gang, gang, gang. I'll see y'all next one.